The new battle lines in the culture war, at least for the last 48 hours, have become Dr. Seuss. Now, I'm going to play a bunch of clips for you if you haven't been following the latest fake scandal. It is indeed Dr. Seuss, the children's author. Republicans are claiming that Dr. Seuss has been banned, canceled, in particular by a Virginia school district. Now, first of all, the story is all based on a claim that's not true. Read Across America Day is a day of reading children's books. Historically, it had lots of Dr. Seuss material. In 2017, this changed to be more diverse. In 2019, a study looked at Dr. Seuss's books and found that characters of color are very underrepresented. They make up only 2% of the human characters, and that almost all of those representations of minority characters play on stereotypical tropes and portrayals, in particular of Asians. And that's true. There's no question about that whatsoever. Of course, Dr. Seuss books written in a different era, but there is no denying that that is absolutely the case. So the Virginia school district, they didn't ban Dr. Seuss. They didn't burn any books. They did decide not to connect Read Across America Day to Dr. Seuss specifically. Now, some people were happy. Some people were not. But Dr. Seuss wasn't banned. Dr. Seuss wasn't canceled. This is now the issue to the right in fighting this cancel culture war that is totally trumped up and fabricated. And they are getting an insane amount of mileage from it. Yesterday, this is just a few hours on Fox News. OK, think about everything that's been going on in the world in the last 24 hours and look at how much the story was Dr. Seuss on Fox News. Here is Congressman Jason Chaffetz appearing on Fox to express outrage.
Jason, where do you come down? Give us 30 seconds.
Well, I haven't gotten past the assassination of Mr. Potato Head. That one I still haven't gotten past. And now they're trying to take out Dr. Seuss. Come on, John. These are the icons I grew up with.
Yes, Fox ran a major segment during this hour called Cancel Culture Comes for Dr. Seuss. A Fox News reporter asked Biden press secretary Jen Psaki about Dr. Seuss.
Kristen, do you have another question?
A question about Dr. Seuss, since it's maybe the only day that you can bring up Dr. Seuss in every hearing. It is National Read Across America Day. It's also Dr. Seuss's birthday. Mm-hmm. Both former presidents, Obama and Trump, mentioned Dr. Seuss in their Read Across America Day proclamations, but President Biden did not. Why not?
Fox News characterized this portion of the press briefing to stir up even more controversy by captioning it, quote, Biden White House dodges question on Dr. Seuss. Later in the day, Fox News tried to stir up more controversy by pointing out that Barack Obama once praised Dr. Seuss.
Let me just quote Barack Obama in 2015 saying, quote, pretty much all the stuff you need to know is in Dr. Seuss. Now, is Barack Obama racist for quoting Dr. Seuss there and patting him on the back for the work that he did?
Can I add one
I don't think so.
One other angle to this? There are so many kids right now who are falling behind in their reading because of this pandemic.
And it's a great place to start,
and they're
Dr.
not
Seuss.
in the classroom. And Dr. Seuss, this company could be just spreading that message, educate our children, encourage literacy. Interesting stuff. David?
It's good enough for Barack Obama. It's good enough for me and the rest of America, I think.
Then they do another segment on Dr. Seuss referring to the demand of Congressman Jim Jordan to do congressional hearings on cancel culture vis-a-vis Dr. Seuss.
Roberts is also with us as well, and John from the political state. This has gotten political, right? Because Jim Jordan has now stepped in. He's saying that there's a dangerous trend happening with cancel culture in this country. He's now calling on Congress to examine this cancel culture that he says is sweeping America.
You know, everything is political these days, whether it's woke culture, whether it's cancel culture, whether it's extreme on either side here. But
in the morning yesterday, they had reporter or anchor, or I don't know what role she is, Carly Shimkus, reporting that 6 Dr. Seuss books will no longer be published and have been canceled. Now, it is true, but it's Dr. Seuss Enterprises that decided for itself that as a business decision, these 6 books contain hurtful, stereotypical portrayals of people. So they decided for themselves they're not going to publish them anymore. That's called free market capitalism. People can complain or praise a company, and a company can listen to or ignore those complaints, but that's free market capitalism. Newsmax, by the way, it's not just Fox. Newsmax also jumping in on the action. They ran a segment called Cancel Culture's Next Target, Dr. Seuss. And then over on Fox Business, Stuart Varney running a defiant and principled segment simply called Dr. Seuss Canceled. And then lastly for us, I could go on all day. They went on into the night. This morning, they were back on Dr. Seuss. But lastly for us, Madison Cawthorn, the Trumpian Republican congressman recently accused by oodles of women of sexual assault. He went on Fox News yesterday, not asked about the endless sexual assault allegations against him, but instead asked about Dr. Seuss. And here is what he said.
Time. I'm fired up about this. I don't know if you are, but my guess is if you had a childhood and you read Dr. Seuss, you might be. President Biden canceling Dr. Seuss in a Read Across America proclamation. This after Loudoun County schools there in Virginia said his books are filled with, quote, Orientalism, anti-blackness, and white supremacy. Look, Congressman, these cancellations getting more and more outlandish by the day. When does this stop?
Well, brother, I was going to go to the gym after this hit, but I don't have to now. I'm already fired up. That is absurd. Inside of our Congress, we actually have done a lot. We've got a lot accomplished. We have successfully, so far, renamed a post office here in the 117th Congress. So you're telling me that the actual priorities of the Democrats is renaming a post office and now canceling Dr. Seuss? Americans are actually struggling.
They're really tired of this, but they won't stop covering it all day, day in and day out. It continued into the afternoon, into the evening during the 5 p.m. show on Fox called The Five. The headline story was 6 Dr. Seuss books pulled over offensive images. And what this is simply what was going. We discussed it yesterday in detail. Some people weren't happy with my analysis, but many people were and appreciated it. They are losing on every issue. Americans think income inequality is a problem that should be dealt with. Americans are more in favor of abortion being legal in most cases than ever before. Most Americans think we should do COVID stimulus and do it the way that Joe Biden and Democrats have proposed. Most Americans believe gay marriage should be legal. I'm kind of hopping around economic and cultural issues here. Most Americans believe that there should be mask wearing for the time being. Like, I can go on, but Republicans are statistically on the wrong side of every issue. So it's Dr. Seuss all day and Andrew Cuomo if they want to do something that's marginally more substantive in the way that they cover it. And there is an Andrew Cuomo story and we covered it. And that's not the argument. But that is what is happening on Fox News at this point. I could have played 10 more clips from yesterday. I could have played 5 from today. They will not stop with this issue. And then soon they'll move on to, maybe back to Joe Biden and Jill Biden's relationship is fake. That was 10 days ago. They found a new shiny object now, Dr. Seuss. Question for you. Do you want me to keep engaging with this false idea of rampant cancel culture? Or would you prefer I even start ignoring it as a critique of what the right is doing? Open to hearing from you. Today's show is sponsored by an excellent audio book called Takeover: How a Conservative Student Club Captured the Supreme Court. This is the latest audiobook from Noah Feldman. It just came out, and Feldman actually narrates the audiobook himself. Noah Feldman, of course, is a Harvard law professor and constitutional scholar. You may remember him from his prominent role in Trump's impeachment #1. And the book Takeover looks at how the Federalist Society became the most powerful legal organization in the country. 6 of the 9 current Supreme Court justices are current or former members of the Federalist Society. And Takeover dives into what the organization is, what it stands for, its relationship with American politics. The Federalist Society is an organization anyone in my audience should be aware of. And the audiobook has a ton of excellent insight into it and the role it plays. I really enjoyed listening to the audiobook. I think anybody in my audience would as well. So grab Takeover by Noah Feldman. The audiobook is just $4.99, and you can get it at davidpakman.com/takeover or wherever you buy audiobooks.